Few British sex symbols can compare to the beautiful, powerful Diana Rigg. Diana Rigg, the symbol of immortal beauty and intense charisma, not only amazed the world with her seductive curves, but also made the public bow before the courage of a deeply wounded woman. And this is the untold story of Diana Rigg's crazy sex life. Until the end of her life, she finally confessed a chilling truth. So why did Rigg leave the Avengers at the height of her success? And on her deathbed, why did she continue to advocate assisted death? Don't take your eyes off the screen, because the following story will make you look at her in a completely different light. Diana Rigg was born on July 20th, 1938, in Doncaster, South Yorkshire, into a middle-class family. Her father was a railway engineer, while her mother was a dedicated homemaker. She had an older brother who was 4 years her senior. Due to her father's job, the family frequently moved. While her mother was pregnant, she returned to England so Diana could be born in her homeland. However, just 2 months after her birth, the family relocated to Bikaner, Rajasthan, India, where her father managed the operations of the Bikaner State Railway. From the age of 2 months to 8 years old, Diana Rigg grew up in a land rich in color and culture, where she learned to speak Hindi as a second language. When she turned 8, she was sent back to England to attend Fulneck School, a girls' boarding school in the Moravian settlement near Pudsey, Yorkshire. There, she felt out of place in a strict and disciplined environment. She disliked the dull, confining life of boarding school, but later admitted that her years in Yorkshire shaped her personality more than her childhood in India. After graduating from girls' school, Diana Rigg decided to pursue her passion for the arts and enrolled at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA, from 1955 to 1957. However, life at RADA wasn't easy. With a rebellious and headstrong nature, Rigg often partied, dated several men, and occasionally showed up to class intoxicated. At one point, she nearly got expelled for breaking the Academy's strict rules. However, her natural talent and irresistible charisma convinced the school board to let her stay. That wise decision helped Rigg become one of RADA's most famous alumni. During her time at RADA, Diana Rigg befriended fellow students who would later also become renowned, such as Glenda Jackson and Sian Phillips. All three shared a deep passion for the performing arts, though each would eventually carve out their own unique path and artistic legacy. Diana Rigg began her acting career on stage, playing Natasha Abashwili in the Caucasian Chalk Circle at the York Festival in 1957. That performance became a critical stepping stone that led her to the Royal Shakespeare Company, where she remained from 1959 to 1967. During that time, Rigg performed numerous classical roles, including Gwendolen in The Importance of Being Earnest, Cordelia in King Lear, and Adriana in The Comedy of Errors. Her stage career reached its peak with appearances on Broadway, beginning in 1971 with Abelard and Heloise. In that production, she shocked audiences worldwide with a bold nude scene alongside co-star Keith Michelle. The role not only launched her to international fame, but also earned her a Tony nomination for Best Leading Actress. Rigg continued to prove her exceptional talent with acclaimed performances, such as in The Misanthrope in 1975, which brought her a second Tony nomination. For Diana Rigg, the stage wasn't just a place to perform, it was the essence of her artistic soul. She once said, "The stage is ephemeral, but in its own way, it's immortal." Nothing compared to the feeling of standing before a live audience, where every line and every emotion became a bridge between actor and viewer. Indeed, she remained devoted to the stage until 2018, when she returned to Broadway as Mrs. Higgins in My Fair Lady. That performance earned her a 4th Tony nomination, marking a graceful and glorious finale to her remarkable stage journey. Though the stage came naturally to Rigg, her television and film career faced more challenges. she encountered both the glamour and the darker side of fame. Considered a sex symbol, she also had to endure injustices in an industry where directors sometimes took advantage of her. Her breakthrough television role was Emma Peel in The Avengers from 1965 to 1968. As one of the most iconic characters in British television history, Emma Peel was not only intelligent and charming, but also a groundbreaking symbol of female empowerment on the small screen. However, the spotlight that came with the role brought immense pressure. Rigg felt overwhelmed by the burden of being labeled a sex symbol. She received countless fan letters, many of which contained crude or inappropriate remarks. Instead of throwing them away, she stuffed them into the trunk of her car and let her mother handle them. Her mother, with her signature wit, often responded to the most vulgar letters with, "My daughter is too big for you. Go take a cold shower." One of the main reasons Diana Rigg eventually left The Avengers was the unfair pay disparity. She discovered that she was earning less than the cameraman, a revelation that deeply disappointed her. After a long fight, her weekly salary was increased from $150 to $450. But the media quickly painted her as greedy. Rigg later reflected, "All I wanted was fairness." It's sad that we're still talking about the gender pay gap today. The working environment on set was far from ideal. According to Rigg, the only people she truly befriended were her co-star Patrick Macnee and her personal driver. This sense of isolation drove her to seek new opportunities and broaden her horizons. After leaving The Avengers, Diana Rigg shifted her focus to film, with the goal of building her reputation in the United States. In 1969, she played Tracy Bond in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, becoming the only woman to ever marry James Bond in the legendary film series. The role marked a major turning point in her career, as she finally received both the lucrative pay and the professional respect that had long been denied to her. Rigg often spoke fondly of her experience on the film. Everything was perfectly arranged, from the script and locations to the professionalism of the crew. It felt completely different. Her role as Tracy Bond not only solidified her name internationally, but also confirmed her image as a versatile actress, capable of seamlessly bridging stage and screen. Throughout her long and illustrious career, Diana Rigg built a legacy of unforgettable performances that continue to be remembered with deep admiration. Among her notable film roles were The Assassination Bureau, Julius Caesar, Theater of Blood, and In This House of Bread, each leaving its own distinct impression on audiences. She also brought her signature charm and wit to The Great Muppet Caper, a delightful comedy featuring beloved Muppet characters, where her performance once again showcased her incredible range. A major career twist came in 1987 when she portrayed the Wicked Queen and Evil Stepmother in Snow White, part of a classic storybook film series. This role marked a departure from her earlier work, but perfectly displayed her ability to embody powerful, complex women with depth and conviction. However, to modern audiences, Diana Rigg is perhaps best remembered for her role in Game of Thrones. Beginning in the show's third season in 2013, she played Lady Olenna Tyrell, a clever, wise, and formidable matriarch. Rigg breathed life into the character with extraordinary skill, immediately winning over viewers. Her portrayal of Lady Olenna created some of the series' most iconic moments and earned her an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series. She continued in the role throughout seasons 4, 5, and 6, before Lady Olenna made a glorious and unforgettable exit in season 7. That role became one of the crowning achievements of Rigg's career, celebrated by both fans and critics alike. Her final on-screen appearance was in Last Night in Soho, 2019, released around the time of her passing. The film now serves as a touching tribute to her legacy, a final performance that encapsulated the grace, power, and magnetism that defined her career. Diana Rigg left behind an extraordinary body of work filled with strong, intelligent, and captivating performances that continue to inspire generations of audiences and artists. Alongside her acting career, Diana Rigg's love life was also a compelling story, full of complexity, passion, and no shortage of controversy. Her romantic relationships often stirred public attention. However, she never expressed regret and took pride in every choice she made. Her first and most talked-about relationship began in the early 1960s with director Philip Saville. The relationship drew attention not only because of the age gap — Philip was 8 years older — but also because he was still married to actress and filmmaker Jane Arden. Despite public criticism, Diana and Philip lived together for 8 years, even though he never officially divorced his wife. Rigg once shared that she never cared about age differences, explaining that she was always drawn to men intellectually sharper than herself. Their relationship ended only when Diana felt it had run its course. Yet the two remained friends, a testament to the deep respect they had for one another. Her next relationship was with George Lazenby, her co-star in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the film in which Diana famously portrayed the only Mrs. Bond in the entire James Bond franchise. While their on-screen chemistry was fiery and romantic, their real-life relationship couldn't withstand the challenges of reality. According to George, they had agreed to be faithful during the filming period. But that promise was broken when Diana caught him being intimate with another woman. Not impressed by George's behavior, Diana reportedly responded with her trademark humor by intentionally eating garlic before filming their kissing scenes. Once filming wrapped, they never saw each other again, as if their brief romance had vanished for good. Diana's relationship with artist Menachem Geffen, often abbreviated as Massim Geffen, seemed more stable. The couple met at a dinner party and quickly fell in love. They married in 1973, though Diana herself predicted the marriage wouldn't last. "We argued constantly, but it was a great relationship. Still, I only gave it a year," she once admitted. As it turned out, they separated after just 1 year, and the divorce was finalized in 1976. Diana's attitude toward love, pragmatic and unapologetic, reflected the same courage and independence that shaped her life and career. After the divorce, Diana began a new relationship with theater producer Archibald Sterling, whom she met just months after separating from her husband. This relationship brought renewed hope, and the two eventually married in 1982, a few years after welcoming their daughter Rachel in 1977. Diana poured her heart into rebuilding a family, doing everything she could to ensure her daughter's happiness. However, fate dealt her another cruel blow when Archibald betrayed her by having an affair with a younger actress, Joely Richardson. The marriage ended in heartbreak, but despite the pain, Diana and Archibald remained on good terms and co-parented Rachel together. Remarkably, Diana even became close friends with Sharon, Archibald's new wife. However, deep down, she never truly forgot the betrayal, and she found her own subtle way of getting revenge. Once, while Archibald was away on a business trip, she gathered all of his favorite suits and donated them to charity. It was her way of reclaiming power after a broken relationship, a statement that nothing, not even heartbreak, could defeat her. After enduring so much pain, Diana completely gave up on the idea of romantic love. For the next 30 years, she lived alone, choosing solitude over emotional turmoil. Reflecting on her life, she once said, "If you have a rich inner life, you don't feel lonely. I have a vivid imagination, and I don't miss romantic love. I'm grateful not to have to go through that anymore." Still, Diana was never someone who knew how to stop. That restlessness manifested in small habits that eventually became dangerous obsessions, affecting not only her personal life, but also her career. She could never simply pause or rest as long as there was work to be done. It was only when the industry no longer had space for her that she began to slow down. Even then, Diana Rigg kept working, defying age and illness until her body could no longer match the strength of her spirit. At 81, despite illness and declining lung function, she refused to give up her work. Her career, though nearing its end, continued until she was bedridden. In March 2020, she was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, and doctors estimated she had only 6 months to live. In her final months, Diana struggled to find peace. She asked her daughter Rachel to help her pass on gently and recorded a series of messages advocating for changes in assisted dying laws. Finally, on September 10, 2020, Diana Rigg passed away at her daughter's home in London at the age of 82. Her life ended peacefully, and at the time of her death, Diana left behind an estimated net worth of $10 million. The hardships she faced, from love to career to health, will forever remain a vital part of the story of a strong, resilient woman. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it interesting and want to see more compelling content, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any future videos. Be a part of this community.